Hey, what's up everybody? Hey, thanks for checking out the channel today. So we got a pretty sweet little, I should say sweet big truck in here. For you guys who like the old Fords, this is for you. Man, this thing is nice. It had a poor running condition. It was running really bad. So this thing's got a 400 modified or 351 400 modified, whatever they were back in those days. This is a 79 Ford F-350 Ranger. So this truck, the owner purchased this truck out of Ohio. There's a guy up there that he does this on the side. This is just his little hobby. He buys these old trucks, all Fords, and he just fixes them up and then he resells them. This one was basically a complete frame off. It's got a whole new frame in it. Well, not a new frame, but it's basically been completely redone. Every bushing, everything on this thing. And then he found this cab and bed off of another truck and put it together. And he definitely did a good job, man. This thing is done, it's done right, let me tell you. So it's got a new carburetor on. This is a 2-barrel motor. It's got a brand new carburetor. It's all original, factory 2-barrel, has all the smog pump on it, and just wasn't running right at all. Real boggy. After doing some diagnosing, there was no advance going on. The timing just wasn't advancing. The carburetor was running too lean because of the smog pump. You know, it just, nothing was right on it. So it took me about 4 hours. You know, I was kind of checking a lot of stuff and started pinpointing what the problem was. So once I kind of got it all figured out, I was able to dive in, get this thing adjusted right. I've got total timing coming in about 28 degrees total. These distributors, the factory distributors, they didn't have a lot of advance in mechanical. Back in these days, you know, the gas was really bad. It was low compression, low horsepower, and they were trying to do everything they could to keep the emissions down. They were just poor systems. So the distributors on these, they just don't have a lot of advance to them. You can go in and change the springs and weights to make more advance, but they just don't have a lot of advance to them. Stock timing on these comes in at about 10 degrees before top dead center at idle without the vacuum plugged in. It's got vacuum advance on it. And total advance, if you set it at 10 degrees, total advance only comes in about 25 total. That's it. So since this is a low compression motor, you know, I went ahead and set the timing at about 14 degrees. That gives us, you know, 4 more degrees at idle, plus it takes it to 28 total. And then I got the vacuum advance working correctly. Excuse me. It didn't have no vacuum advance. It wasn't really working right. So they are adjustable in the diaphragm, and I got it working right. At idle, we got about 30 degrees total with the vacuum advance plugged in. Of course, as you get a load on it, the vacuum goes away, the centrifugal mechanical takes over, and this thing runs like a dream now. Man, I would love to have this truck. It runs great. He's got dual exhaust on it with Flowmaster. So this is an 8-lug truck, F-350. Really cool. I want to go ahead and kind of show you guys this truck. So he wanted to get it running right, okay? Once he gets it running right, which it's good to go now, he's taking it and getting it painted this winter. He's going to probably be dropping it off here in about a month. He's got a guy he's going to go through it. I mean, this thing is 100% rust free. There is not rust anywhere on this truck. It's got a few little scrapes on it, a couple little dings here and there, and that's it. And man, I can't wait. I told him I got to see this truck when he gets it done. So he's got the inside. He put new carpet in it. He's got new carpet. He had the seat redone. Beautiful seat, man. It really sits nice. They did padding and everything on this. I'm thinking the headliner's original, because it looks like it's a little bit old, but it's in good shape. He put a new dash pad on it and new door panels. So the next thing is he's got to get it painted. He's got to have all new weather stripping, felt put in the windows. I mean, it's going to be pretty much like a brand new truck when he gets done with it. We'll just do a little walk around and show you this thing. Man, it's nice. We're gonna go for a ride in it here a little bit. Nice big tires on it. Of course, it's got the granny gear, 4-speed in it. It's got a manual shift, 4-wheel drive. It's all old school. So he had, when he was growing up, that's all they had. His father, I guess his whole family. Basically, that's all he had was these old trucks. They had all Fords. They were all Fords. I mean, he was telling me all the different trucks that they had back then. And that's why he's into them. He's actually got another one that looks really well, really nice. He buys and sells them as well. I don't know, he might even have 2 other ones. He was showing me all kinds of pictures. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much all original. It's got new carburetor there, power brakes, got a nice big radiator. So yeah, these are really cool. Got to slam that one to get it shut. So tell you what, let me go ahead. I'm gonna get set up, and I'm gonna put the camera inside the cab, and we're gonna take this thing for a ride. All right, I got it set up. We're gonna go for a ride. Thing runs really good now. Got everything set up just right. It's got a good choke on it too. When it's cold, man, you just hit the gas one time, hit the key. I got the choke setting. They had the choke a little bit high. The idle was really high on the choke. I've got it set up, right around 1200, 1300 or so on the choke setting. That way it's not idling too high on the choke. And it warms up, pretty quick. And then you just tap the gas, it drops it right down. Got it idling perfect. And I'll tell you what, now that I've got this thing running good, I would love to have this truck. I would like to have an automatic. These are kind of cool, but it's kind of like driving a real work truck. Long throw shifters. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a nice C6 automatic in this one. It's got so much more power now. Man, what a difference. He's gonna love it. I mean, he's used to all this stuff. It ain't nothing new to him. He just knew this thing wasn't running right compared to all the other stuff, all the other trucks he's got or has owned in the past. Him and his brother actually own a truck and trailer supply, parts supply. They've been in business for as long as I can remember. I'd have to find out, but it might, I'm not sure if it was a hand-me-down, like where it's been in the family all these years, but they got a really good business, man. I've actually bought from them years ago. course, I didn't know him, you know. And good guys too, man. That's why they're so successful in that business. They go above and beyond to help their customers, you know. So he definitely knows his stuff when it comes to vehicles, trucks, you know, especially. I guess it's more of a large, you know, big trucks, work trucks, semis, stuff like that. But man, this thing runs so good. I can't believe it. Compared to when it came in, it had no power. It just was bucking, and it was awful. Let me roll the window up. Probably awful loud. You can't even hardly hear me. So yeah, I just wanted to put the camera on the window over there. I haven't really did any driving or test driving with the camera over there. I figured I'd give it a shot and see how it turns out. This thing does ride rough, obviously. You know, it's an F-350 straight axle front end, and yeah, these trucks were not known to ride smooth. Really don't have to take off in first gear. With the torque this motor has, but it helps a little because he's you know, got some big tires on it. I don't know what the gear is in the rear end. I'm not sure. It's probably somewhere around a 300 gear is what it feels like to me with this setup. Or it might even be, actually, being that it's a F-350, this thing's probably got a low gear in it. 390s maybe, 370s, something like that. But man, it runs so good. It really does. It really needs a 4-barrel, you know. I mean, it runs good with the 2-barrel it's got, but it would be better if it had a 4-barrel on it, different manifold. Like, it's definitely a torque motor, nothing but torque. There ain't no RPM about this motor. Put an Edelbrock Performer intake on it, probably could use about a 650, 700 carburetor, set of headers. It'd be a lot better, let me tell you. But it runs good now. It's got good power. You can just cruise along at a low RPM now. You know, before you couldn't really cruise at the RPMs being low. It just had no power. See, that's taking off in second gear, no problem. Before it was real boggy. It just didn't even want to take off hardly. He's got some nice tires on here too. Let me tell you, these wheels and tires are really nice. Those tires are just, they look like they'd be noisy, but they're not. They have a little bit of a hum to them on the road, but they're not that bad. Well, I bet this thing would be fun off-roading. You know it. Off-road, boy, this thing would probably go some places, man. I bet this thing would climb some hills, especially with these tires it's got on it. Yeah, this would be cool if it had a, this thing had a C6 in it, little stall converter, headers, manifold, carburetor, put a little tachometer in it. Actually, it'd be good to put a cam in it too. Now that we got it running good. If you was to go with a carburetor, intake, headers, little stall converter, C6 transmission, you know, or you can leave this one in it. Throw a cam in it to make this thing pull up to about 5,500. It would definitely, it'd get down, I tell you. It'd be a lot different. Because these motors have a lot of, I mean, you can definitely make these motors run. You know, like I said, they're set up for trucks, you know, heavy vehicles. I mean, you don't want to make a race motor out of it, but you could easily get about another 75, 80 horsepower out of it, easy. Just by doing what I was talking about. Now, if you was to go change the heads on it, put a set of heads on it and do all that, then you'd pick up some power and get some good gains out of it then. I'd still keep the RPMs no more than about 5,500, 5,200. Keep that torque in it. That way this thing he could haul anything you wanted to. But man, I could drive this thing all day. This thing runs so good now. I should have drove it before. I should have recorded before and after, and you'd see what I'm talking about. It wasn't fun to drive at all. It didn't miss or anything, but man, it just was not fun to drive. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it around back, just in case he doesn't want to come get it today. I'm gonna call him, let him know it's all done, and see if he wants to come and get it. I'd say he probably will. It's a beautiful day out now, but I've been parking it inside. You know, this thing's worth some money. I mean, it really is. It's worth some money. I mean, you know, a lot of guys don't like Fords. I'm a fan of the old vehicles, the old Chevys, the old Fords. I'm just a fan of them, all of them, and especially when they're in good shape and they've been taken care of. You know, like this one is so nice. But so yeah, that's cool. I just wanted to do a little kind of a short video. You know, haven't really been able to get a lot of videos out, and we just been too busy, and it just takes time. It's actually a Saturday. I came on Saturday. I started working on this yesterday afternoon late. I kind of had it figured out, and then I came in today to go ahead and finish it up and get it all tuned right and stuff. And figured, you know, I got a little time to kill. I might as well do a video, put it out there. So but yeah, if you guys like this video, you know, give us a thumbs up, you know, leave some comments, and shoot, I appreciate y'all checking it out for sure. So you know what to do. Just if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. You know, hit that notification bell so you get notifications when the videos come out. Alrighty, we do appreciate it for sure. You guys have a good day, and we'll catch you on the next video.